Good morning, guys. Good morning to everyone. In the previous class, we have started the Java MapReduce API. We have briefly seen the what are the important classes in the Java MapReduce that we have seen when we come to the Java MapReduce. Okay, the application program interface contains mainly it will contain four classes, three classes and one interface. The first one is job context interface. Okay, the first one is the job context interface. And to implement this job context interface, we have the job class is there. Next, we have mapper class. Job class is linked to the mapper class. Again, mapper class is linked to the reducer class. These are the some important classes that are available in the Java MapReduce. When we come to the MapReduce, the map context interface. Already we have seen this one briefly. Again, we will go through this one. Then already we told in the yesterday class that job context interface is the super interface for all the classes, which we are going to define different jobs to MapReduce. For all the remaining classes we are using in the MapReduce, the job context interface will behave as a super interface. As it is interface, it will have only the abstract methods, and some other class is needed to implement that abstract method. Okay, the sub interfaces in this job context interface is map context, reduce context. Both will take key comma value pairs as input and provide key comma value pairs as output. Key comma value pairs as input, key comma value pairs as output. When we come to the job class, okay, already we have seen briefly the job class also in the next class. When we come to the job class, okay, it is the main class that implements job context interface. To implement the, already we told job context is an interface. So to implement the methods of this job context, the main class we are using is the job class. Job class is a class which is used to implement the job context interface. Okay, the main role of this job class is to configure the job. For configuring the job, for submitting the job to MapReduce, okay, controlling the execution of the job and querying the status of the job. This is the main role. It allows the user, okay, by using job class, the user can perform configuration of the new job, submitting of the new job to mapper classes, mapper and reducer classes, controlling the execution of the job, and query the state. At any moment, the user can know the state of the job. Okay, with the help of this job class, he can do these following jobs. Sorry, guys, just wait 2 seconds. Sometimes my MS Word is PowerPoint is trucking. It is providing disturbance. Sorry for that. Maybe sometimes my MS Office is trucking. Here the constructors that are available are the three different types of constructors are available. Default constructor, constructor with single parameter, that is configuration conf, object of the configuration class. Next, the third one is with two parameters, object of the configuration class as well as the job name with the two parameters. These are three constructors available, and some important methods are the get job name, get job state is complete, set input format class, set job name, get set output format class, set mapper class, set reducer class, set partitioner class, set combiner class. All these are the some important methods that are used in the that are available under the job class. Okay, the job class contains these important methods. Next, when we come to the mapper class, okay, the mapper class defines the map job. Already we have seen briefly about this one. The mapper class will take input in the form of key comma value pairs, and also it will give the output in the form of intermediate key comma value pairs. We are calling these as intermediate key comma value pairs. Why? Because this is not the final output. It is an intermediate output only. Again, a register class will take this key comma value pairs and produce the final output. Clear? Here the work is it will take the input records and transform the input records to intermediate records. Okay, then one important method in the map of this mapper class is the map method. Okay, the syntax of the map method will be like this. It has the following things: key in, key input, key value, value, key comma value page, the package of the context class. Okay, job. We have seen that interface is Java is job context interface is there. The package that belongs to which that that job context interface belongs to package. These are three parameters that is taken by this map one. Key comma value comma package, path of the complete package. That is the mapper class. It will take the input values in the form of key comma value pairs and produce the intermediate output as the intermediate key comma value pairs. Next, when we come to the reducer class. Okay, the reducer class again, the duty defines the reduced job. Generally, this reducer class will have the three phases will be the shuffling, sorting, and reducing. Shuffling means moving all the related records to one side is called shuffling. Then sorting means arranging those related records in some proper order is called the sorting. And then finally, reducing those inputs into short form. Okay, it reduces a set of intermediate values to a smaller set of values. That is the duty of this reducer class. Okay, the set of key comma intermediate key comma value pairs will be given to the reducer class. It will finally produce a set of values. Okay, a smaller set of values. Clear? When we come to the this one, the reducer class can access the configuration class. Configuration of a job by using job context dot get configuration method. It can access the configuration of the job. The inside the register class, the reducer has three phases will be there: shuffle, sort, reduce. As we already told, shuffling is arranging all the related records to one side is called shuffling. Okay, and then sorting is the all the related records which are at some location will be arranged in some particular order, that is called sorting. Generally, the shuffling and sorting both work simultaneously. These two work simultaneously means parallelly these two will work. Finally, the reduce will come after shuffling and sorting. The reduce phase will try to reduce the values, the key comma value, intermediate key comma value pairs, which are given to the reduce class, will reduce them into a smaller set of key comma value pairs. These are the some important classes that we are using. Okay, job configuration, job context, interface, job class, mapper class, and reduce class. Many other classes are there along with these. We will see them when we are going for the program. We will see a lot of other supporting classes we are using. Next, when we come to this API, MapReduce API, Java MapReduce API. Okay, there are two types of APIs are available in the Java for MapReduce. One is called the new API, the other one is called the old API. Okay, for the Hadoop MapReduce. Okay, two types of application programming interfaces are available in Java. The first earlier one at the time of invention of Hadoop, the API that is used in Java is called the old API. Later, that old API is modified and a new API was developed in the Java to use with the Hadoop. Nowadays, we are following the new API only. Okay. Here, the Hadoop is also at the earlier stages. Hadoop is in one format, only the architecture of Hadoop. Later, some modification has been made to the architecture of the Hadoop. Okay, basing on the modifications to the architecture of the Hadoop, a new API was developed in Java. Okay, that is we call it as a new API, whereas the first one, original one, is called the old Hadoop, and that particular API suitable for that one is called the old API. Okay. So when we come to the Java, two types of APIs are available for the Java, for the Hadoop. That is new API as well as the old API. Now we have to see some some important differences between those. For that new API as well as the old API, what are the some important differences that we want to see here? Now first one is the mapper and reducer. Okay, new API uses mapper and reducer as a class. In the new API, mapper and reducer are the classes, whereas in old API, mapper and reducer are the interfaces. Okay, the old API will treat mapper and the reducer as interfaces, whereas new API will in new API, the mapper and reducers are the classes, not the interfaces. Okay, since these are the classes, we can add a method to an abstract class without breaking old implementations of the class. Since it is mapper and reducer are the classes, if we want, we can add a new method to this class without breaking the previous methods of the class. We can, if you want, we can add a new class. When we come to the old API, since mapper and register both are the interfaces, if you want to add a new method to this interface, we can't add. Why? Because it is an interface. It can contain only abstract methods. We can't write the non-abstract methods in this one. Okay, that's why in the old API, the mapper and reducer are the interfaces. When we come to the new API, these two are the classes. That is the one important difference. The next difference, one more important difference is the package. The new API is in the package org.apache.hadoop.mapreduce. See the full name of the package. org.apache.hadoop.mapreduce package is the package used for the MapReduce package. When we come to the old API, what is the package used is the org.apache.hadoop.mapred. Okay, here it is .mapred. Here it is .mapreduce. Okay, the package name is also different for both old API and new API. Whenever in your program, if we are using this one, it indicates that we are going to use a new API. Whenever we are importing this old package means we are going to use the old API. That indicates the difference. That is the second point about the package. Next, user code to communicate with MapReduce system. Okay, somewhat another difference is there in the user code to communicate with MapReduce system. User has to write some code to communicate with the MapReduce. That code will also have some differences in the new API as well as the old API. What are the difference? Okay, in the new API, context object is used to communicate with MapReduce system. The user will communicate with MapReduce system using the object context object, the object of the context class he will use to communicate with the MapReduce system. When we come to the old API, the user has to use job configuration object, output collector, and a reporter. These are the various objects that are available for communication with the MapReduce system. Reporter object, output collector object, job configuration object, like these different objects are available for communication with MapReduce system. Using this, the user can communicate with the MapReduce system. When we go to new API, instead of these different three, only one object is available. Single object is used. Okay, that is context object is used to communicate with the MapReduce system. That is the one more difference in the point of user code to communicate with MapReduce system. Here only one object is available. But okay, but here three different objects are available. Here in the place of all the three different objects, only one object context object is used to communicate with the MapReduce system. One more difference is in the point of control MapReducer execution, controlling of the mapper and reducer execution. In this point of view also, one more difference is there. Okay, see, in the new API allows both mappers and reducers to control the execution flow by overriding the run method. Okay, how it will control the execution flow of the both mappers and reducers means by overriding the run method, we can control the execution of mappers and reducers. mapper class and reducer class in case of new API. When we come to the old API, okay, we have to write map runnable. We have to write map runnable for controlling the mappers, but there is no separately, no other class is available for controlling the execution of reducer. In case of old API, there is no other class, separate class is available for controlling the execution flow of reducers. There is no class at all. For controlling the execution flow of mappers, we have to implement we have to write map runnable. Okay, when we come to new API for controlling both mappers and reducer, we have to override the run method that we will see in the future when we start the programming. How to override this run method we will see in the future when we go for programming. That is the one more difference. So here the difference is when we want to control the mapper and reducer flow, execution flow. In case of new API, we have to override run method for controlling both mapper and runner execution flow. But when we come to old API, we have nothing for controlling the execution flow of runner reduce. But for controlling the execution flow of mapper, we have to write the map runnable. For in case of reducer, we have nothing available for controlling the flow of execution of reducers. That is the one more difference. Next, the next difference is in the point of view of job control also. Job control. Okay. Here job control is done through job class in case of new API by using the job class, which we already told in the previous slides, the previous class. By using the job class, we can control the job. Okay, whenever a job is given to the mapper system to control the execution of the job class is used in new API. The job control was done through job client. In case of old API, for controlling the job running of the job client is used for controlling the job running. When we come to the new API, in the place of job client, job class is used for controlling the execution of the job. Here for the controlling the execution of the job client is used. Next, when we come to the job configuration, that means setting the properties of the job. Okay, here in case of new API, job configuration is done using configuration class. Okay, in case of new API, job configuration can be done using configuration class. Whereas in case of old API, okay, for configuration of the job configuration, we use the job config object. Okay, the object of the job configuration class. See the difference is here. In case of old API, for controlling the configuration of the class, old API contains a separate class called job configuration class. The object of job conf is used for controlling, which is used for job configuration. Okay, which is an extension of the configuration class. When we come to the new API, directly we use the configuration class. Here we are using job configuration class, which is an extension of the configuration class. By using the single inheritance from the configuration class, job configuration will get properties from the configuration class. Then the object of job configuration is used for configuration of the given job. When we come to the new API, that job configuration is removed in the middle. Directly, job configuration is done using the configuration class. Is it clear? In case of this one, first configuration class will be there. From the configuration class, first configuration class will be there. From the job configuration, will get the properties of configuration class. Okay, from the configuration, the properties will be derived by job configuration class. By using object of job configuration, okay, is used for configuring the given job in case of old API. When we come to new API, this job configuration class is removed. Directly, the configuration class is used for job configuration. The middle job configuration is removed. That is the one more difference. Next, when we come to the output file name, this is also important difference between the old API and new API. When we come to the output file name, in case of new API, map outputs are named as part M, part hyphen M hyphen NNNN. map, the output of the mapper is named as part hyphen m. M indicates it is the output of the map. Part hyphen m hyphen n, where n is the integer number indicating that part number. Okay, part hyphen m hyphen some integer numbers will be used. The integer numbers indicate the name of that part, number of that part. For example, the given job is divided into 5 parts, and 5 parts are given to 5 maps. See, we have a job, we divide the job into 5 parts, and each part is given to one map. So that the first map will give the output whose name is written as part hyphen m hyphen 1. Second part output will be named as part hyphen m hyphen 2, part hyphen m hyphen 3, like that. N indicate part number. M stands for it is a map output. Part indicates some part of the output only it is. Similarly, reduce outputs are named as part hyphen r hyphen nn. Okay, whereas r indicates it is a reduce output. Okay, part indicates part of the output, reduce followed by the number, part hyphen r hyphen 1, part hyphen r hyphen 2, like that. When we come to the old API, okay, old API for both map and reduce outputs are named as part hyphen nn. Okay, there is no separate indication whether this output is belongs to map or this output belongs to reduce. For both outputs of map as well as reduce, same naming structure is used, part hyphen nn. When we come to this new API, in the middle hyphen m hyphen r are introduced so that we can easily understand this output belongs to reduce, this output belongs to map. But the differentiation is not directly understandable in the name itself. By seeing the output file name, we can't directly get that one in case of old API. But by seeing the name of the output file itself, we can say this output file belongs to map. This output file belongs to the reduce directly with the help of this name. Clear? When will the last difference is about reduce method passes value. How reduce method passes values? There is a one more difference. In the new API, the reduce method passes values as a java.lang.iterable. Okay, the reduce method will pass the values as java.lang.iterable. In case of old API, the reduce method pass values as java.lang.iterator. The old one will pass the values as java.lang.iterator. The new one will pass the values as java.lang.iterable. Okay, we will see the differences between this iterable and iterator in the future classes. What are those differences? Okay, these are the briefly some important differences between the old API and new API. Okay, Java has two application programming interfaces available for Hadoop. That is Hadoop MapReduce. That is one is new API, the other one is the old API. Okay, slight changes have been made to the old API. Then a new API was generated. Okay, it has main differences in the points of mapper and reducer, in the point of package, in the point of user communication, in the point of controlling mapper and reducer execution, in the point of view of job control, job configuration, in the point of view of output file name and passing values by the reduce method. Okay, in all these aspects, some slight changes are there between new API and old API. Currently, in our classes, we will use the new API only. We don't use the old API. Okay, this is briefly today's concept of differences between the Java new API and old API for Hadoop. Java map Hadoop MapReduce, new API and old API. Okay, this is the briefly the today's class. So totally the topic of MapReduce API. This is briefly about the topic of the MapReduce API. For this topic, actually, we have to run the programs to understand more clearly. We have to run the programs. Okay, in the future, when we install the Hadoop, definitely we will run the programs. We by using the we will run the Java programs definitely when we go for the installation of Hadoop in the future classes. Up to now, we will go on only theoretically. Practically, we can't see why because currently we don't have the Hadoop. Even though we write the program, we can't understand the program without running that program. We can't understand anything from that program. That's why currently we are not running the programs. Definitely in the future classes, we will run the programs for all these things once the college is reopened. Okay, this is briefly about the today's topic, differences between MapReduce new API and old API. And totally this is about the concept of MapReduce API. Briefly, Java MapReduce API. What are the important classes? What are the differences between the old API and new API? Clear. This is totally about our today's concept of the MapReduce API. Okay, thank you very much. Tomorrow we will go with a new topic. Thank you very much.